Welcome to another Wheel of Destiny. I'm the host of the weird and paranormal side of YouTube, Grumble V. Glad to see you all back, glad to be back. I know my uploads are just crazy at the moment, but here we are. But yeah, this video is going to be an interesting one. You'll see what I mean. And watch until the end, because there will be a little tantalising thing for you. I'm glad to be doing it, and I hope it can continue for future videos. So enough of me waffling, let's go to the video. And here we have it, the old Wheel of Destiny. That's what we've been waiting for. Let's go straight into it. Let's get it going. Going for some urban legends. Let's go have a goosey for some urban legends. So here we are, still in the video game urban legends that will creep you out. Now, being a big gamer myself, I thought this would be quite interesting, and yeah, let's go.
Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video we delve into some spooky gaming urban legends. There are many scary secrets, Easter eggs, and theories that surround our favourite games, but the creepiest are often the mysteries we can't always explain or even prove ever existed. There are many myths and scary rumours to be found throughout gaming's long
Polybius.
history. In this video we narrow this list down with a look at 7 video game urban legends that are sure to creep you out.
Try me.
If you ever played the Ocarina of Time spin-off Majora's Mask, you'll be fully aware of how creepy this particular Legend of Zelda game already is.
Holy fuck, man, what did you put in that crack? I'm fucking tripping balls, boy, oh goddamn!
However, there exists a story which documents an even more terrifying version of this already strangely spooky game. On 4chan, a forum poster described how he had come into possession of a haunted version of Majora's Mask. He claimed the game cartridge itself had no artwork, but simply the title, Majora's Mask, scrawled across it. After booting up the game, he noticed there already existed a save file from the previous owner. It simply read, Ben. Ignoring this file, the user started a new game, and upon doing so, something wasn't quite right. All NPCs in the game world would only refer to him as Ben. This freaked the player out enough to delete the original saved file labelled Ben. However, this only seemed to make things worse. Music started playing backwards, and a statue with a terrifying smile followed Link around the game world.
Mr. Demon, sir, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to look like this.
Does it look like I care? Just give me their souls.
Then the Ben save file returned along with something even creepier. A second save file titled Drowned. Ben drowned. Now every time the game began, Link simply died over and over and over. Sinister text appeared on screen after each death sequence. It read, "You've met a terrible fate, haven't you?" What makes this story somewhat believable is how the 4chan user also included photos and even a video of his experience with this haunted game in his original post. So if you ever find a questionable looking version of Majora's Mask at your local thrift shop, maybe avoid picking it up for nostalgia's sake.
Minecraft. Oh, here we go.
With the massive popularity of Minecraft, it was only a matter of time before some creepy rumours surfaced from the fanbase. The first of these was about a ghost known as Herobrine. This is what Herobrine was reported to look like.
Never fear, Herobrine is here. Now bow down, bitches.
He would appear randomly to certain people, building enormous structures such as pyramids for them to discover while offline. Some players even mentioned they had spotted this ghostly figure far off in the distance from time to time, but he would always run away or disappear before they could get a screenshot.
That's just
A
weird.
streamer called Copeland threw fuel on this fire when they photoshopped Herobrine into some images from Minecraft and even made a live stream searching for him. Copeland later announced his pictures and the stream were a hoax, and Minecraft creator Notch denied the existence of such a being. In fact, there are no mentions of Herobrine in the game code itself. However, there is a creepy twist to this particular urban legend. Shortly after denying the ghost Herobrine's existence, Notch updated Minecraft.
You see, when it comes to creepers, like, they just look more scared of you. Like, look at its face.
I'm warning you, don't come any closer. I will explode, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll blow up.
I mean, come on, if that ain't a scared face, I don't know what is.
With a new patch, and one of the commands included within this update was remove Herobrine. You probably haven't heard of the next game, Killswitch. That's because it doesn't exist. Well, not anymore at least. You see, this little known game reportedly only had 5,000 copies ever produced by its Russian publisher, Karvina Corporation, and upon the player finishing the game, it would delete itself from existence. A simple point-and-click survival horror game in nature, Killswitch let players choose between one of two characters, Ghast or Porto. Ghast was invisible, and so it made playing as him nigh on impossible. Yet he was the only character with an attack move. Most chose instead to play as the little girl Porto, solving puzzles in a dreary monochrome environment. Bizarrely, Porto could expand and contract in size throughout the game, growing bigger or smaller as necessary. This odd gameplay and the spooky story behind the disappearance of this game has made it very desirable to video game collectors. Reportedly, a shrink-wrapped copy once went for over $700,000 at auction in 2005. Although, as with many urban legends, there is no real evidence of this obscene transaction out there.
That's fair enough.
If you're a slightly older viewer, you may remember Microsoft Office 95, which came packaged with many Windows 95 computers during the 1990s.
Yep.
This Office software contains a pretty weird secret that is actually completely real, although the meaning behind it remains that of urban legend. When booting up the Excel application within the Office suite and selecting the 95th row, then selecting Help and hovering over the Tech Support Software button while pressing down Ctrl-Alt-Shift, a window appears called Hall of the Tortured Souls. Suddenly, we find ourselves suspended above a bottomless pit on a walkway with red walls all around us. The imagery evokes the halls of hell itself.
That looks
Navigating
like Doom.
across this walkway, we discover a room full of pictures of real people.
The
These
map is
pictures
from Doom,
belong to
for
the staff
definite.
members of Microsoft involved in the creation of Office 95. Their credits roll on a screen at the far side of this room. Many people believe this is symbolic of the hell these developers went through while programming these tools, or perhaps just a creepy Easter egg made for fun. Either way, it's pretty strange.
Nice.
Another game that
The
never existed,
fuck is
Please kill me. I wasn't meant to live.
that?
did it. Petscop was apparently a low-budget PlayStation 1 title that either never released or had an extremely limited run, but has since found a cult following on a mysterious YouTube account of the same name. The game was said to be developed in 1997 by a company known as Garalina. The Petscop YouTube account randomly uploads videos of the game, and at first it seems harmless enough, if a little strange, but eventually becomes nightmarish and deeply unsettling. The person playing the game for the channel speaks quite often in the early videos, but as the story becomes more twisted and the game more obscure, he seems to grow unstable and distressed. Eventually he stops commenting altogether, and we are left with only the sound of the game itself. The game seems to even hint that it is recalling events from the player's life, events they seem to have forgotten. It is impossible to properly sum up the story of Petscop in a brief synopsis here. It seems to be an ongoing ARG, and there are thousands of theories and forum posts surrounding it. One thing is for sure though, 21 episodes of Petscop currently exist, and by the time you are done watching them, you are sure to be thoroughly spooked and confused.
Nah. Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
You've probably heard of the Elder Scrolls series. It includes games such as Oblivion and Skyrim, and is host to a large community of modders. Essentially, a mod is a way of modifying the game experience to include aspects the original developers did not envision for the game. Some of these mods are very fun, others very creepy. Creepiest of all is surely a mod rumoured to have been created for an older entry in the series, Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. This mod, known as JVK1166Z.ESP, was said to be a virus which would corrupt a user's game files upon activation, essentially wiping all their saved progress. However, years later, fans have claimed they managed to get the mod to run, and by doing so, they discovered a dark secret. Firstly, the game world itself was said to be very dark, as it was always nighttime, but with very few additional light sources. All the main characters in the game were also dead, and the townsfolk who did remain simply stared up at the cosmos and said, "Watch the sky," if approached. If the player stood still for too long, their health would drain until death. Upon returning to the game world after, players reported a creepy looking human with long spider-like limbs stalking them at a distance. This character became known as the Assassin, and could sometimes be spotted scurrying up walls and around corners for a few seconds before vanishing.
Weird.
The creepiest part of this urban legend is that apparently within this modded version of Morrowind, there was a new dungeon called the Hall of Portraits, which would include images from the player's My Pictures folder along the walls. And lastly, if people spent too long playing this mod, they stated hallucinating glimpses of the assassin character in real life after quitting the game. He would crawl on their bedroom ceiling or down a hallway at night, but just like the game, would vanish in an instant. The creepiest part of this story, the mod itself is real.
Right, you dirty bastards. Which one of you sat on my face and fired? Well, I know it was one of you, because you're the only ones around. Now come on, tell me which one it was.
Are you accusing the White Rum God? How dare he? Well, it couldn't have been me, sir, for I have been stuck in this cage. Then I am full of pains. I was not able to fight.
Well, it couldn't have been me, for I was sat in the corner being depressed.
It was me the whole time.
I'm still tripping balls, man. Holy shit, boy.
Well, there you go. If you play Oblivion or any of the Elder Scrolls, try and give that mod a go, and let me know how that goes. Because I don't play that sort of games.
Finally, we have one of the most
This is
notorious
damn
and
interesting.
well-documented video game
I
urban
love this
legends
one.
of all time. Maybe you've heard of a mysterious arcade machine from the 1980s known as Polybius. It is so embedded in popular culture, it even made a guest appearance on an episode of The Simpsons.
Everything
So
does in
what
the end.
exactly is Polybius? Well, it looks like a fairly standard arcade unit. The cabinet was black aside from its green joysticks and the logo at the top. The game inside was a retro-looking shoot-em-up with sci-fi vibes, which combined elements of games such as Tempest with the maze-based gameplay of Pac-Man. However, playing this game resulted in a number of creepy and unintended side effects. Headaches, seizures, nausea, panic, and night terrors. In fact, it was even said that some players killed themselves after playing Polybius for unknown reasons. People have speculated that because of these side effects and the psychological issues brought on by interaction with this particular video game, that it was in fact some kind of government experiment. These rumours were given more weight after men dressed in black would often be seen in arcades either removing Polybius cabinets or messing around with the computer chips inside them. But while we do have evidence pointing towards the existence of Polybius, there is no concrete proof it did exist. What do you think?
I mean, well, there you go. 7 random as fook gaming urban legends. They're pretty good. Some of them were actually quite interesting. I was quite intrigued by some of them. I didn't like that assassin like that. Yep, exactly like that apparently, and with those noises. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, something very tantalising. I'm doing a giveaway. Not sponsored, by the way, by anyone. I'm sponsored by myself. Basically, I have found loads of Funko Pops that I've had over the many years of collecting, and there we go. That is the hint. It is going to be a Funko Pop. What one it'll be, you will not know. I might know, but you might not. But anyway, if you want to know what the giveaway is, go give the Discord a little goosey. How to enter, how to get it, and all that jazz. So I'll put the Discord in the linky link below, and yeah boy, good luck with the giveaway. Hopefully you'll be the one to win it. If not, it's always the next video. Hey. But enough of all that. I am going to go to bed because it's stupid o'clock at night now. Joy. So, with all that said and done, give this video a nice little like. It helps with the algorithm and both of the little YouTube stuff. Sounded like Baymax then. Anyway, big nerd. Don't forget to leave a comment on what ones you like, what ones you know of, and all that shiz. Don't forget to share. Every share is a hug. I like hugs. And yeah, with all that out of the way now, hope you have a good morning, noon or night. Toodle pippage for now.
I'm still tripping balls here, boy. Come and fucking help me, man. God damn.